believe I'll break out in some Merle Haggard gospel first, if that's all right with y'all, you know.
Woo!
Well, it's a big job just getting by, 5 kids and a wife. I've been a working man, banking all my life. I'll be working, long as my 2 hands are fit to use. Yeah, I'll read that Bible in the evening, tell everybody what Jesus can do. Don't keep my nose on the grindstone and work hard every day. Get a little time on the weekend, after I draw my pay, but I'll be working all Sunday morning. I'll ride back on that pew. Read that Bible in the evening, tell everybody what Jesus can do. Yeah, hey, working man like me. Gonna get a little closer to Jesus, and that's the one place I'm gonna be, 'cause I'll be working. Buy my kids a brand new pair of shoes. Yeah, and I'll read that Bible in the evening, tell everybody what Jesus can do. Don't keep my nose on the grindstone and work hard every day. Get a little time on the weekend, after I draw my pay, but I'll be working all Sunday morning. I'll ride back on that pew. Yeah, and I'll read that Bible in the evening, tell everybody what Jesus, Lord, what He can do. I was telling a story. I'm learning a new song I'm fixing to do for you. And it's called Miracles Still Happen. And I was telling a story after I first got saved 10 years ago. 11 years ago, I'm sorry, my wife. Any men in here have this? It's not a problem, but it's, I get to telling a story or something, and I might be a little wrong on something, and my wife sitting right out there for 18 years, she'd do like this. Get out there. Don't tell that. You tell it right. Some they say 11 years. I'm going to say 11 years. I already know that, huh? But when I first got saved, I've been saved about 2 years, and I started running fever every evening. And man, I'm talking about 103, 104 temperature, and that's hard on a fat boy in East Texas. And I ran fever 26 days in a row. And my cowboy preacher over at Jason Taylor at Bar None Cowboy Church, he called me every now and then and said, man, what did the doctor say? Oh, they did chest x-rays and blood work. Well, what did they find out? Well, they found out I had a Blue Cross Blue Shield insurance card for sure. So I went to about 3 or 4 doctors, and they all did the same thing. Chest x-ray, blood work, and give us your insurance card. And they never knew anything. They never knew nothing. Heck, I might have had COVID. I don't know. I was sick. And that's been 7 or 8 years ago, so I ain't contagious. But you know, I finally called Jason, and I said, man, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired, brother. And he said, man, meet me over at Cold Springs. I'm going to go over and feed. I'll pray with you. In the book of James 5:14 and 15, I think it talks about asking for healing. You know, you ask the elders of the church, and they will anoint you with oil. So Jason Taylor, being the cowboy preacher he is, showed up with some, got out of his truck, and he said, this is extra virgin olive oil, and it's in a Six Flags over Texas shot glass with some foil over the top of it. And he said, man, we prayed over this. Me and Christy prayed over this oil. And he began to read out of the book of James and pray with me. And I told him, I said, man, at 5 o'clock every day, the fever starts coming on. And Jason was praying. And as he was praying, he had his arm around my neck, and I said, "You better hurry, it's almost 5 o'clock. He said, "You need to shut up and let me finish praying." So I did. But he told me, he said, "Man, I want you to thank God all the way to the house." I had about a 40-minute drive to house. Thank you for starting the healing process. He said, before you go to bed tonight, you thank him for starting the healing process. When you wake up in the morning, you thank him for starting the healing process. Well, when I got home, I had 103.7. Rhonda gave me a bunch of Tylenol, sent me to bed. At about 11 o'clock, she came to bed that night. She said, "Man, you got to get up. This whole bed is soaking wet. That fever is broke. And you have sweated. I got to change the sheets on this bed." And I ain't ran fever since. You know, and that's been 7 or 8 years ago. So my God is good. I'm gonna tell you, he's powerful. So this song right here, I'm just learning it, so. By the road sat a blind man, begging one day. Jesus of Nazareth came passing his way. Bartimaeus cried out, "Have mercy on me." One touch from the Master, and his blinded eyes could see. Miracles still happen when you believe. Prayer is the answer. Faith is the key. Just reach out to Jesus, and you will see. Miracles still happen when you believe. By the pool of Bethesda, he sat all alone. One helpless cripple whose hope was all gone. Then Jesus passed by, said, "Will you be whole?" He picked up his bed, oh, and he walked down the road. 'Cause miracles still happen when you believe. Prayer is the answer. Faith is the key. Just reach out to Jesus, and you will see. Miracles still happen when you believe. Miracles still happen when you believe. I just had the privilege to put that song in Nashville, and man, it's powerful. Written by my old friend James Payne. I do a lot of James Payne stuff. Y'all know who James Payne is. But I tell you, I thank God every day for letting me do what we get to do. You know, we get to travel, we get to go here and go there, and I want everybody to know something. And I say this about everywhere I go. If you hear me say something about a #1 record or winning some awards at ICGMA, you know, Texas Country Music Association, I'm back over some awards there, but I just want you to know something. I'm not bragging. When I say talk about awards or #1 records, I'm not bragging on Michael Knight. I'm bragging that Jesus Christ took an old sorry sucker like Michael Knight and saved him.
Amen.
Because I ain't always singing in church, I'm going to tell you. I made a living playing honky-tonk, everybody knows. But thank God he had a plan for me, you know. He's got a plan for all of us. Every now and then, an old friend of mine, I hadn't seen in some time, will stop by and ask me how I'm doing, what's on my mind. They wonder why I'm not drinking and still painting this old town red. I tell them I'm serving Jesus now, and that old man is dead. And the man you see before you may look a lot the same. I may wear the same old clothes and have the same old name, but you're looking on the outside. If you can see inside instead, you would see a brand new man, 'cause that old man is dead. Used to live such a wicked life, I had no hope inside, and I was lost in darkness, searching for light. But then one night in a little church, after hearing what the preacher said, I gave my life to Jesus, and that old man was dead. The man you see before you may look a lot the same, and I may wear the same old clothes, have the same old name. You're looking on the outside, you can see inside instead. You would see a brand new man, 'cause that old man is dead. You would see a brand new man, 'cause that old man, 2011 for me, dead. You know, the fun of, man, after I got saved, I started writing music again. And all those songs that I wrote that were in the movie Nail 32, I wasn't a Christian man when I wrote all that. Some honky-tonk stuff had been written over the years, love songs. And but you know, I've had, when I started writing gospel music, I didn't know I didn't know a lot about the Bible, you know. I just knew I was kind of back in singing again. I had laid it down after I got run off in Nashville for not behaving. But I was getting gas one day in my hometown. And this song went to #1 for us, and the video, you pick up a card on your way out, or I tell everybody I get $10 for my CDs, and if you ain't got $10 there, I'll give you a CD. But you can pull up the YouTube channel, and we shot this video in Nacogdoches, and it won Video of the Year with the International Country Gospel Music Awards. That's pretty powerful. That was cool, you know. And then the song turned right around and won Song of the Year, Texas Country Music Association. So I'm gonna do it for you, but the way I wrote this song was I was getting gas in my hometown. I had Merle Haggard turned up. I know there's probably some people, you don't have to raise your hand, but there's people in here probably listen to Merle Haggard on your way this morning, didn't you? I love Merle Haggard, Ray Price, Mel Tillis. I would everybody sing a country song in a heartbeat, you know. But I was getting gas, and so boy said, man, I heard you was singing gospel music. And I said, I am. He said, well, I hear Haggard on your radio. I thought for a second, I said, you know, man, you could be a Christian man and still love Merle Haggard music, I think. Since Haggard died, I'm sure Jesus listens to a whole lot of Haggard now. So I got back in my truck after getting gas, and then my old Bible was laying on the dashboard of my pickup. So I wrote this song, and we cut it, didn't even have a CD for it to be on. So we had to get that done, and it's done really good for us. It's called Bible on My Dash. On my way to Cowboy Church, and I stopped off for gas. Saw an old friend of mine, and he just had to ask. We all heard that you got saved. What's that on your stereo? Just a country boy, just born again with Jesus in my soul. I still love to ride those back roads with the windows down, and my pickup truck just turning up those good old country signs. I still love old Merlin Wayman, old Hank and Johnny Cash. Country music on my radio, Bible on my dash. Bible keeps me grounded everywhere I go. Keep it by my steering wheel, so I'll always have it close. When the world is closing in, and I let it speak to me. Saved by His amazing grace, by the Prince of Peace. I still love to ride those back roads with the windows down, and my pickup truck just turning up those little country signs. I still love old Merlin Wayman, old Hank and Johnny Cash. Country music on my radio, and Bible on my dash. Country music on my radio, and Bible on my dash. I wrote that with a friend of mine, Kelly Kinney. Great songwriter, man. Good guy, good Christian man. Kind of a red dirt singer, but he writes lots of hit songs. And I tell you, I had a guy tell me just the other day, he said, man, you ought not talk about all the bad stuff that's happened to you, or all the bad stuff you have done. And you know, I was telling Butch a while ago, I want people to know where I come from. I ain't holding nothing. I ain't hiding nothing. You know, I I played honky-tonk for 30-something years. I've been shot, cut, beat up, beat down, locked up, locked down. I've been the one on the ground with a knee in my neck more than once or twice. But God had a plan for me. And like I said a while ago, he took an old sorry sucker like Michael Knight and saved him. And what do you know? That's the #1 record. They ain't had in Christian country music, they ain't had a beer bottle thrown at me in, I don't know, 11, 12 years now. So, you know, I don't hold nothing back. I tell it like it is. I was a sorry sucker, and I'm still kind of sorry. Probably just getting better every day. Just keep asking God to make me a better Christian. Help me watch my mouth, Lord. Help me watch my temper. Man, I tell you, he can do it. If he can do it for me, he can do it for anybody, because I was about the sorriest. You know, I played a funeral, just a quick. My wife didn't give me that nod, so she don't know what I'm fixing to say. So, I played a funeral in my hometown for the chief of police. His wife asked me to sing at that funeral. And I knew him well, believe me. He was the chief of police, and I wasn't. And we butted heads many a time. But we always friends, you know. And she wanted me to sing at his funeral. He wanted to see me before he died. They called me to the hospital. And the first thing he told me was, "Thank God you got saved." He said, "I was beginning to wonder." I said, "Well, I was beginning to wonder myself." But I sang at his funeral. And the sheriff of Cherokee County walked up to me. In his funeral, man, the whole side of that big old Baptist church was solid uniformed officers all the way to the front. 200 uniformed officers. When it was over with, standing out in the foyer, and the sheriff told me, he said, "This is the first time you ever been around this many uniformed officers, and you didn't have no handcuffs on in it." Yes, sir. I said, "You're probably right, and there's probably a song in there. I may write that one of these days, you know." But that being said, and like I said, man, I want everybody to see. I'm just making fun of how it was, and how much of a change that God can make in anybody. It don't matter if you're a drug addict. It don't matter. He can change. I promise you. He did me. But. I just cut this song in Nashville. I remember the night, the end of my road, in a motel in Nashville, searching for hope. In my hand was a Bible I read as a child. On the table was a bottle that was driving me wild. I poured the whiskey into the glass. I prayed it would help me forget my past. Then I read how Jesus, he died on a tree. And I poured out the whiskey, fell down on my knees. That night, old Jack Daniels met John 3:16. God's word broke the hold that he had over me. I traded Tennessee whiskey for Calvary's tree. The night old Jack Daniels met John 3:16. coming out with that, with a new James Payne, a tribute album to James Payne. He's a heck of a songwriter. And, I don't know when it'll be, but it's got a lot of his songs on it. And me and him kind of grew up, came out of the same mold from living that old rough life, you know. But I'm gonna try this. I tried to do it earlier, and I promise I'm gonna learn it. God, I'm on my knees again. God, I'm begging, please again. I need you. I need you. Walking down these desert roads, water for my thirsty soul. I need you. Oh, I need you. Your forgiveness is like sweet, sweet honey on my lips, like the sound of symphony in my ears, like holy water on my skin. Dead men walking, slave to sin. I wanna be born again. I need you. Oh, I need you. So take me to the riverside. Take me under, baptize. I need you. God, I need you. Your forgiveness is like sweet, sweet honey on my lips, like the sound of symphony in my ears. It's like holy water on my skin. It's like holy water on my skin. Butch, can I do one more?
One more.
One more. I kind of get long-winded sometimes. Butch knows that. I ain't been playing standing up much because of that foot, but you know, I crushed that ankle a year and a half ago, and I'm still fighting. And they put a plate and 8 screws in there, and I said, "Man, is that going to fix it?" He said, "Yeah, I'll fix it." Went back the other day, they said, "Man, why are you still limping?" I said, "I don't know, you the one did the surgery." He said, "Well, I think we may need to take the plate out." Take it out? I'm just about to get used to it in there. So I don't need swinging doors, a jukebox, or a bar stool. I don't need no long star to get me high. Hey, I don't need no happy hour. All my hours is happy since I let Jesus take control of my life. If I have a habit, Lord, it's gonna be Jesus. And if I have a hang up, Lord, I'm gonna land here on you. If I wanna get high, Lord, I'll just pray in your spirit. I've ever been, and he never lets me down.